Hello everyone, my name is Savanah Kurniawan and I am from class LA66, and on this occasion I would like to presentate my final exam about the multinational corporation that me and my group choose, which is Google. And so now I would like to start ahead by talking a bit about Google's background, where, as you know, Google is one of the biggest and most influential technology companies in the world, and it is widely known as for its search engine, but also for a broad range of digital products and services like cloud computing, advertising, and artificial intelligence. Now, as a multinational corporation or MNC, Google operates in many countries around the globe, adapting its business strategies to fit different markets while leveraging its global strength, such as advanced technology, brand reputation, and innovation capabilities. Now, in this video, I will focus specifically on Google's presence in Australia. Our group choose three country as a reference. But in this video, I choose Australia because Australia is an interesting case because it is a developed market with a strong digital economy, and Google has made a significant investment there, or including infrastructure development, research partnerships, and local initiatives. So, we will explore the reasons why Google chose Australia as a strategic location, how it manages its operation within the country, and the impact it has on Australian economic, society, and even digital landscape. Now, by looking at Google as an MNC operating in Australia, we can better understand how multinational companies expand internationally and navigate local challenges and contribute to the growth and development of the country where they operate. This analysis will also help us see the bigger picture of globalization and the role of technology company in shaping economies worldwide. Now, moving on to the introduction is this presentation analyzes Google's regional competitiveness in Australia, Finland, and Indonesia using Porter's diamond theory and other theory with a specific focus on demand related factors. So these include the quantity of users in each market, the quality of user engagement with Google's advanced features, and the strength of government law enforcement affecting Google's operations. Now, these elements are essential in determining which countries provide the most favorable conditions for Google profitability and long-term strategic presence. Now, while each region has its own strength, the analysis highlights how different types of demand, whether market-driven or policy-driven, shape Google's success. So the goal is to assess which region stands out as the most competitive location for Google among the three. Now, like I said before, there are three countries that me and my group pick. So there is Australia, Indonesia, and Finland. While I think we already know actually which one is the most competitive one, which is Australia, based from this triangle. So but Google operates differently across Australia, Indonesia, and Finland due to its variation of market maturity, user behavior, and regulatory environment. So, starting with Australia, Australia stands out as the most competitive region for Google because it has a highly mature and digitally advanced market with a large engaged user base and a search engine market share exceeding around 92%. Now, the Australian market demands high quality, personalized digital services, pushing Google to continuously innovate. Moreover, Australia enforces strong regulations like the News Media Bargaining Code, while challenging has led Google to develop new programs such as Google News Showcase. So this regulatory environment combined with sophisticated demand and robust infrastructure creates a highly competitive and strategic market for Google. Now, next, Indonesia. Indonesia has the largest number of internet users, and with a similar high Google search market share around 93%, But however, the market is less mature with rapid growth driven mainly by mobile usage and increasing digital adoption. So regulatory enforcement is less consistent, and Google faces unresolved legal challenges such as antitrust investigations. And while Indonesia offers fast growth opportunities due to its size, the weaker regulatory framework and evolving market dynamics make it less competitively stable compared to Australia. Now, lastly, Finland. So, Finland is a smaller but highly developed market with strong government support for technology and sustainability. Now, Google benefits from partnership with with research institutions and investment in green infrastructure. But however, the market size and demand are limited compared to Australia and Indonesia. So Finland's regulatory environment is facilitative rather than restrictive, and focusing on enabling investment rather than imposing strict controls. Okay, that is it. And now moving on to Google's motive for entering Australia based on the MNC strategy theory. So, as an MNC, Google's expansion into Australia is driven by several motives that can be explained through four main categories according to MNC strategy theory, especially as developed by John Denning. So the first one is market seeking, where one of Google's primary motives for entering Australia is to seek and expand into new markets for its digital products and services. So Australia is a relatively large market with a high level of internet penetration and digital technology adoption, offering promising growth potential for Google. Now, additionally, Google aims to strengthen its position in an already served market and tailor its products and services to meet the local needs and preferences of Australian consumers. So, this is also important for Google to remain competitive against both global and local rivals in the region. Secondly, there is efficiency seeking, where Google also leverages Australia as a location that offers operational efficiency in terms of cost and resources. Although Australia is not the cheapest country for labor, but it has a highly skilled workforce and advanced technological infrastructure. So Google can optimize its regional operations by centralizing research and development as well as cloud services in Australia, thereby reducing production and distribution costs while maintaining high quality. So this strategy also helps Google take advantage of differences in market structures and economic policies within the Asia Pacific region. Now, for the third one, there is strategic asset seeking, where although Australia is Google invests in Australia to acquire strategic assets such as advanced technology, skilled research and development talent, and partnership with local institutions like universities and research organizations. These assets are crucial to support Google's long term innovation and maintain its global competitive advantage. Through acquisition, strategic alliances, and investment in research centers, Google strengthens its technological capabilities and expands its distribution and marketing network in the region. And so, lastly, the fourth one is resource seeking, where although Australia is not known for cheap natural resources, Google seeks high quality human resources, skilled and knowledgeable professionals in technology and digital fields. So, the availability of expert talent in Australia is an important factor supporting Google's product and service development for the Asia Pacific region. Moreover, Google built strategic partnership to enhance local capabilities and knowledge that can be leveraged globally. Now, moving on to the next one, which is supporting activities and primary activities of Google Australia. So, talking about the supporting activities of Google Australia, there are four. Number one is firm infrastructure, where Google's global headquarters sets overall strategic, legal rules, and financial management that guide Google Australia, including handling local regulations like the News Media Bargaining Code. Next is human resource management, where Google Plex create global human resource policies, while Google Australia manages local hiring, training, and employee development to build a skilled workforce. Third one, there is technology development, where most R&D or research and development happens at the headquarters, but Google Australia contributes through local research projects and partnerships, helping adapt technology for the Australian market. And the last one is procurement, where global procurement is handled by the headquarters, with Google Australia managing smaller local purchases for support daily operations. Now, next one is primary activities of Google Australia. There are five. And the first one is inbound logistic, where it refers to the flow of data and technology from headquarters to Australia, providing the infrastructure Google Australia uses. Second one is operations, where Google Australia customizes and runs Google's product and services locally, including marketing and customer support. Third one is outbound logistic, where delivery of Google's digital services to Australia users is using headquarters technology and local infrastructures. And fourth one is marketing and sales, where local marketing campaigns and sales effort tailored to Australian customers following global brand guidelines. And the last one is service, where customer support and technical help for users, plus programs to improve digital skills in the community. Now, next one is talking about the Google Australia Ollie. So, talking about the first one, the ownership advantages is where Google's ownership advantages come from its strong global brand, advanced technology, and valuable intellectual property. Now, the company's expertise in artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and digital advertising, giving it a unique edge that local Australian companies cannot easily match. So these assets allow Google to offer superior product and services, making it easier to compete and succeed in the Australian market. Now, the second one is location advantages, where Australia provides several important location advantages for Google. So, the country has a large digitally literate population with high internet usage, which creates a strong demand for Google services. So, additionally, Australia's stable economic, reliable legal system, and good protection of intellectual property make it a safe and attractive place for investment. So the government supports for digital innovation and the availability of skilled local talent further enhance Australia's appeal as a strategic location for Google's operation. And the last one is internalization advantages, where Google chooses to internalize its operation in Australia by establishing a wholly owned subsidiaries rather than relying on licensing or partnerships. So this approach allows Google to keep full control over its technology, data security, and customer experience. So internalization also helps protect Google's intellectual property by ensuring consistent quality and branding across global and local markets. So by managing its operation directly, Google can better coordinate innovation, marketing, service, delivery between its headquarters and the Australian branch. Now, moving on to the next one, which is the Google Australia Global Production Network. So, the first one is it invests in critical infrastructure, for example, like the submarine cables, local networks, to improve connectivity. Second one is support national growth through the Digital Future Initiative. Thirdly, aligns global operation with local regulation. For example, is the Privacy Act 1988. And then the fourth one is enhances data flow between Australia and global markets. Fifth one is collaborate with government on policies like the News Media Bargaining Code. And then the next one is launched Google News Showcase to support Australian publishers. And the last one is balances global technology strategies with local economics and digital needs. Next one. So the next one is the diamond theory. So we have five that we can talk about. The first one is factor conditions, where Australia offers advanced digital infrastructure, highly internet penetration, and a skilled workforce, especially in tech and data science, supporting Google's operation and innovation. Now, second one is demand condition. The Australian market is sophisticated and digitally mature, with consumers and businesses demanding high quality, personalized digital services. So this pushes Google to continually improve and adapt its product. Third is related and supporting industries, where Australia has a strong tech ecosystems, universities, and research institutions that collaborate with Google. So fostering innovation and development in AI or cloud computing and digital marketing. Fourth one is firm strategy, structure, and rivalry, where Google faces competition from other global platforms like, for example, Bing or DuckDuckGo and others, but it maintains dominance through continuous innovation, localized marketing, and strategic partnership, adapting to regulatory and marketing conditions unique to Australia. Now, the fifth one is a chance, where unpredictable events such as the introduction of the news media bargaining code challenged Google, but also created opportunities like the launch of the Google News Showcase. So technological advances and infrastructure developments in Australia further offers Google chances to strengthen its position. Next is Google's Australia Porter's five force analysis. So number one is competitive rivalry, where Google leads Australia's search market with a dominant share, facing competition from, let's say, Bing, DuckDuckGo, Ecosia, and others. While these rivalry attract niche users, Google's strong brand, innovation, and integrated services keep it still highly competitive. Next is threat of new entrants, where the market has high entry barriers due to the need for advanced technology, huge investments, and user trust. So Google's scale and data advantage protect it, making it difficult for new entrants to grow quickly, as seen with, let's say, DuckDuckGo. Now, the third one is bargaining power of suppliers, where Google has low supplier power because it develops such develop much of its technology internally and can easily switch between hardware and data providers. So competitors like DuckDuckGo rely more on external suppliers, making them more vulnerable. Now, the fourth one is bargaining power of buyers, where users have many choices but face high switching costs due to Google's ecosystem, such as search, maps, YouTube. Now, advertisers hold moderate power but depend heavily on Google's vast audience and targeting capabilities, limiting their leverage. And lastly is threat of substitutes, where alternatives like social media, specialized apps, and traditional media pose moderate threats. And Google reduces that risk by diversifying its offerings, including YouTube and cloud services, maintaining user engagement across platform. Next is the SBMC. So, speaking of the SBMC, starting with the environmental and social impact, where Google is committed to sustainability, operating carbon neutral data center in Australia. So it supports digital inclusion and skill development through programs like the Digital Future Initiatives. Google also partners with local organizations to promote innovation and contributes significantly to the Australian economy through taxes and job creation. Next is key activities, where Google's main activities in Australia involve developing and maintaining its digital platforms such as Search, YouTube, Maps, and Google Workspace. So the company invests heavily in artificial intelligence and cloud computing technologies. It also tailors its product to meet local markets needs, runs marketing campaigns, and provides customer support and training to help businesses use its tools effectively. Next is key resources, where Google's key resources include its advanced AI, machine learning technologies, data center, and cloud infrastructure located in Australia, a skilled workforce of engineers and support staff, and it's a strong global brand and intellectual property. Next is the value proposition, where Google offers highly relevant AI-powered search and advertising solution that helps Australian businesses connect with customers and grow. So it provides a reliable and fast cloud services and productivity tools. So while supporting digital skills and development and innovation through local initiatives, making it a valuable partner for the Australian digital economy. Next is key partners, where Google Australia works closely with a variety of partners, sorry, including local businesses and advertisers who use its platforms to reach customers. So it also collaborates with government agencies to ensure compliance with regulations and partners with research institutions like CSIRO and universities to drive innovation. So additionally, technology suppliers and infrastructure providers supports Google's data centers and network operation. Now, customers relation is basically for individual users, where Google offers an automated AI-driven experience that is seamless and user-friendly. So for business clients, Google provides dedicated account management and customer support. It also runs training programs and workshops to help businesses maximize the benefits of its digital tools. Now, for channels, is Google delivers its service primarily through online platforms like Search, YouTube, Google Ads, Workspace, and others. And so, for business clients, it uses directly sales and support teams, and it also works with local agencies and resellers to reach a broader audience. Now, for customer segments, is that Google serves a wide range of customer in Australia, including small and medium-sized businesses, large corporations, government agencies, individuals user who access free services, and advertisers who rely on Google's platforms to market their product. Now, for the cost structure is that the company's major costs come from investing in digital infrastructure and data centers. So, research and development, marketing and sales efforts, employee salaries and training, and ensuring compliance with local regulations. And lastly, is revenue streams, where Google Australia generates revenue mainly through advertising on its platforms, including Google Ads and YouTube Ads. So it also earns income from cloud service subscriptions and enterprise solutions, as well as licensing and partnership related to its artificial intelligence and software products. So, yes, I guess that is it for my presentation. Hope it is enough and hope maybe it could help or maybe it could be quite informative for you guys. And so thank you for watching and thank you for paying attention. And yeah, bye bye.